Today I want to tell you about how you might can get an extra lot free. If you're buying a house and it sits on one lot and there's two lots and it's a full lot, you may can get that lot for nothing, basically nothing. Here's how I did it many times in the past. This is Rick Jarman, Real Estate Investing Old School. Now, you know, it's just like building codes all over the United States. They're different. It's the same way, with the zoning. But just about all these states send their people to classes in their regions where they learn, and then they bring it back and they try to implement it. So here's how I do it. First of all, if you don't have an LLC, you need to get one. And I recommend having at least two. I have 5 or 6 companies, but I'm just saying you need two. We got to have one if you're buying anything. I'm not going to get into all that, but you want that protection. So anyway, you're looking at a house that's got an extra lot with it. And you think, man, I wonder if I could build a house on that other lot, or if I could sell it to somebody. Well, a lot of cities have a rule where if it's 2 lots and you own both of them, you can't build on them or sell it or whatever. Well, here's what I do to get around that. I'll make my offer for the house. I've got one price I'm offering for the house. I'm going to write a separate contract with a different LLC for the lot. Now, I tell the people it's 2 contracts. One contract is contingent on the other one happening. In other words, I tell the people I want to buy the house, you get the price worked out, whatever it is, and you tell me you want to buy the lot in a different company name. And they're going to get their money just the same, so they don't have a problem with it. You know, you may write up $100 on it. Anyway, this contract is contingent on this contract, and this contract is contingent on this contract happening. You're buying them in 2 different names. One LLC, another LLC, or one LLC in your personal name. Now, I had this happen one time, and I went up to get a building permit, and the city inspector said, well, you can't do that. I said, why not? He says, well, you own them both. I said, no. He says, I'm just a member in the LLC, you know. If the government says it's a living, breathing, separate entity, I believe the government, don't y'all? So I got my permit. He didn't like it, but I got it. So what you do, like I said, you make an offer for the piece of property that has 1 lot. You write up a second offer for the other lot. And like I said, this contract is contingent on this contract working. That one's contingent on this one. Because you don't want the people thinking, well, he's not going to buy my house, and I'm going to be selling him that lot for $100. No. You make sure they understand what you're doing. Now, how does this work? How does the bank not be involved? When you're going to apply for your loan, you're applying for a loan, you got your contract, you got the piece of property you're buying, it's got the house on it. They're going to appraise it, just like any other purchase. But now over here, you've got that lot that the bank hadn't got anything to do with it. All you own it is what you wrote up. If you say, hey, let's write $100, $10, $1, whatever. That's all that's against that lot. You get to the closing table, you're going to have a little extra closing costs, but hey, is it worth it to have a free and clear lot? You bet you it is. So when you get to the closing table, you close on the house you're buying, the bank loans you the money, whatever your deal is with the bank to buy. The bank's got nothing to do with that other lot. That's your lot. I did it many times. Because like I said, a lot of times older subdivisions, the lots are smaller, and the zoning will try to tell you, oh, you can't build a house on that. It's not enough, the setbacks or this, that, and that. Well, as long as you're doing what was originally set up for on that lot, and it's a separate lot, most of the time they have to go with it. Now, this may not work everywhere in the United States. It's like anything, there's exceptions to all the rules. But it's worked for me a bunch of times, and it's not complicated. If it was, I wouldn't have thought about it. But I've did this, I know, at least 30 times probably. So try it out. You got nothing to lose. You want me to recap it? Make your offer on the house. Separate contract. You're going to finance it with the bank. Pay cash, whatever. But let's say you finance it with a bank. That makes it more fun. Over here, you got this other lot. You tell them, give you $10 and let's write it up separate. You're still getting your money. I just don't want this tied to the bank. You're not doing nothing wrong. You just, if the bank thinks the other house is worth the money, you know, the bank will take all the deadgum security you'll get them. It's kind of like when's enough. They'll tell you, no, you don't let them have that lot. Now, you got it in, that lot's in one LLC, the purchase is in another LLC. You get them closed simultaneously. There'll be some extra paperwork. Wouldn't actually be two closings. They usually just close them right together, but there's some extra title search paperwork. The closing company wants to make a little extra. We let them. It's no big deal because you're getting a lot free and clear. And let's say that extra lot's worth $20,000. Now, you sell that lot. You build on that lot. You can take that lot and find a house for sale. Somebody, maybe they're wanting to build a new house and wanting to sell their older, smaller house. You say, look, I got a lot I'll trade you. Allow me $25,000 against your house. I give you the lot. It's free and clear. I got title insurance on it. So many things you can do in this business. You have to think outside the box. Now you want to stay within the rules. Stay on the fence. Don't go over that fence, but hey, you lean over. You make it work for you. And I tell you, you get your piece of property that you don't owe nothing on. And that's sweet. I hope this has been helpful. Tonight, I'm supposed to be doing my first live, I don't even know what you call it, on the Instagram with a young man out of Atlanta, Georgia. I think he's out of him. For the life of me, I can't remember his name right now, folks. I've been getting so many new friends on here, and I thank y'all. I was kidding my little granddaughter. She's got an Instagram account. She's 14. I tell her how many followers I got now, boy. She says, well, go on, tell them follow me. I said, no, you get your own. These are mine. You know, but folks, I thank y'all. I thank y'all for listening to me, and I hope I can keep telling you things that will help you. I can't guarantee you it'll work, but it's worked for me. That's all I can tell you. And you know, this business can take you from having nothing to having something. It doesn't matter your station in life right now. You can climb out of it through real estate. So trust me, folks, I came up as poor could be. But you know what? We live pretty good now. You know, I'm right here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. We're a football town. My wife don't like me to say this, but I tell folks all the time, I said in my neighborhood, they got doctors, they got lawyers, they got a football coach. I ain't supposed to call his name, but he lives 3 houses up from me. Head coach, University of Alabama football team. Now he don't run down here and shake my hand every day, and he don't run down here and ask me who to play and what to do on his team, but he still lives up there. 3 houses up. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Old poor boy ain't had nothing. Real estate did that. You know, building, everything else is a living. Your investments are what make it. You go to work as a ditch digger, you go work as a doctor, you go work as a lawyer. It doesn't matter. Your investments will make you wealthy. But anyway, as I was going to say, I tell my wife all the time, we got doctors, lawyers, we got a football coach in here, now they got a redneck talking about me. I say, and I'll tell you one thing. I may not be the only person in my neighborhood started out in a mobile home, but I guarantee you I'm the only one that ever worked on a garbage truck. 1969, folks, I was 14 years old. My first job was to cut taxes, went to work for City of Northport working on a garbage truck. Life didn't look too promising, but you know what? I was glad to have a job. It's all about staying after it. Study, learn everything you can. And if I can do it, you can do it. And now, have I had my setbacks? You betcha I have. So I want you to learn from my mistakes. That's all I'm here for, folks. Y'all know I ain't never tried to sell y'all nothing. And I ain't trying to sell nothing. Like I told you, I might write me a book one day. If I do, I might try to sell it on here. And I'm having a good time. Like I told you, for as long as it's fun, I'm going to keep doing it. Everybody have a good night, and I hope this has helped you.